Alright guys, welcome to another weekly shrine review for this week, and well, today we have some interesting perks, let's say that. Let's get straight into it. First up we have SelfCare. It's a teachable from Claudette Morel, and I mean I think most of you guys know what I feel about self-care. I think self-care is overrated, and just in general, it tends to waste a lot of time. What self-care does is it makes it so that it makes it so you can heal yourself without a medkit, basically, but you heal yourself at half the speed you normally would. It does also increase your efficiency with healing items. So if you bring self-care, body knowledge, and a really good medkit, you can make that medkit last for a really long time, and I think that's when self-care is probably at its most useful. But otherwise, I personally don't think this perk is really worth running in a lot of scenarios. But I know a lot of survivors don't feel comfortable playing injured, so self care would definitely help benefit that. But then again, a lot of the time, survivors will literally get off the hook, sprint in the opposite corner of the map, self care in the corner over there, and then get one shot anyway because it's Billy or Michael in tier 3 or some shit like that. Anyways, let's get over to our next perk. Next up, we have Windows of Opportunity. This is teachable from Kate Denson, and honestly, I think this perk's really good for beginners. I think a lot of people in the past have hoped that the devs would make this just a standard survivor perk, kind of like I don't know, kind of like We'll Make It, Kindred, Deja Vu, just one of those perks that you don't have to get a specific survivor for. Because what Windows of Opportunity does is it shows you all windows, pallets, breakable walls, and any other vault locations other than windows within 20 meters of you. And it does have a cooldown of 30 seconds whenever you drop a pallet or you vault a window while you're in a chase, but this essentially just lets you figure out how windows and pallets and all of that stuff spawn throughout the map, and it helps you learn the game a lot quicker because you can just see them through walls and you can start planning ahead like, hey, this is an area I want to run to because I can see that there's a pallet, a window, and another window in this area, and I can try and do my best to loop those together. I think this perk's absolutely worth buying in the shrine, but it isn't really the best perk once you gain a lot of experience with the game. It kind of loses its value basically as you learn the game a lot better. Next up, we have Zanshin Tactics, which is actually a perk from the Oni that does basically the exact same thing as Windows of Opportunity. Essentially, what Zanshin Tactics does is it makes it so that any pallets, breakable walls, and vaults are all revealed to you within 24 meters of you. And whenever you hit a survivor in any way at all, Zanshin Tactics will become inactive for 40 seconds. Again, I think it's a great perk to learn the game a little bit quicker because you learn how a bunch of stuff spawns all over the map. And again, it kind of sucks to me that this is limited to teachable on a killer. But just like with Windows Opportunity, by all means, if you're starting out and trying to learn the game, I think Zanshin Tactics is really worth it. But then again, once you start learning a lot more about how everything spawns, it loses a lot of its value. And for our last perk, we have Cruel Limits. This is a perk from the Demogorgon, which seems so cool in theory, but it just doesn't really do much. What Cruel Limits does is it makes it so that whenever a generator is completed, any windows within 24 meters of that generator will be blocked for 20 seconds. And that's kind of all it does. You see any windows that are blocked as well by Cruel Limits. I think they highlighted in white. But honestly, this perk has use on like 2 or 3 different maps, and that's kind of it. Crew Limits is not worth buying at all, in my opinion. It's not even worth using in any scenario unless you're just going for a meme build. And unfortunately, the Demogorgon kind of got shafted when it came to this teachable. Anyways, guys, this has been the Shrine Review for this week, and I'll see you guys in the next one.